Hey trackies, welcome back to another video. So let's wrap up the action of the first Diamond League for 2025, Xiamen, and the official results, of course, from a Jamaican perspective. So let's kick things off with our two major wins here from this meeting and the women's 100-meter hurdles. Now, let me just say this going forward. I am absolutely never, ever, ever calling Danielle Williams for winning anything, right? Because I think that when we, pretend as though, she's not there, she turns up with the win. And I think that's how I'm going to approach it going forward. No, heading in, I definitely said that she could have paced top three in this race, given the field and, of course, what she has run so far this season. And, of course, we have the world leader also in the race, Grace Stark. However, Danielle Williams turns up and turns out the win like she typically does when no one is expecting her to win. Now, she ran at 12.53 seconds to take the win, and in second place was actually Grace Stark, and she ran at 12.58 seconds. And in third place was Marianne Foree from South Africa, and she ran at 12.62 seconds. What I will say is that for Danielle Williams and Grace Stark, Danielle Williams was pretty much having a solid execution throughout the whole race. Didn't really see anything going wrong throughout her race. She was just running her own race. However, for Grace Stark, she led for majority of the race, but unfortunately clipped, I believe, the eighth hurdle, and as such, lost momentum a bit. Was able to hang on for a second, but that really set her back. And of course, Danielle was able to get that win on the line. A pretty close racetrack. It's pretty competitive race. It's the hurdles as well, so the women always turn up. Loving what I'm also seeing from Toby Amerson coming up with a 12.74. Devin Charlton, interestingly, stopped early on in the race, I believe, after hitting a hurdle. So I'm not really sure what's happening there with her. It could have just been, a one-off thing. Let's see what goes on with her other races that are to come. But yeah, a solid win for Jamaica in this women's 100-meter hurdles. And as I said, going forward, I think we need to approach Danielle Williams from, all right, Danielle, you're there, but we're just going to act like you're not there because we want you to win same way. You know what I mean? Excellent, excellent competition from her and competing. She's always the ever underdog, though she is a two-time world champion. Impressive performances from her, I have to say. Now, we also had another win, and I've actually been keeping my eye on this athlete this season, and I've been wondering if this would amount to, something momentous. And it seemingly is getting better and better. And trackies, I'm absolutely here for it. Now, heading into this competition, Jordan Scott, with a season's best, 17.14 seconds, and also personal best. Again, all done in 2025, 17.14 seconds in the triple jump. But comes out here and bangs out another personal best, 17.27 meters to take the win. Track is absolutely fantastic for him. So 17.27 meters wins the men's triple jump. In second was Zhu Yiming, and he jumped at 17.03 meters. And in third place was Donald Scott, and he jumped a 16.15 meters. Now, trackies, as I said, I have been keeping my eye on him, and that is Jordan Scott, and he has been getting progressively better, and I'm loving the progress that I've been seeing. Definitely need to keep this up, because if you want to be considered, a medal contender when it comes to, competing globally, then we have to get you, mid to high, 17 meters for that jump. But as I said, I'm really appreciative of the improvements. Nothing to complain about. His season has been going from strength to strength, and I just look forward to his continued progress. And of course, we're definitely rooting him on 100%. So Jordan comes out and wins in this men's triple jump. Now, earlier on, I didn't realize that we actually had a competitor in the men's triple jump, so didn't know that he was competing. But given the field and what they have done so far this season, I would say that it was probably well within expectations for him to take this win, though Fabri Zango was there. Even though Zango was in it, given again the season progress, Jordan was always going to be in the conversation. Loving that he was able to pull out a personal best for the win. Absolutely great jumping for him. All right, now wrapping up the rest of the results from a Jamaican perspective in the men's 100 meters. pretty much went how I was expecting the winner to go. But the rest of the results, very, very interesting as far as I'm concerned. So walking away with the win, and a big win as well, was Akane Simbine dipping below 10 seconds again, 9.99 seconds. In second place was Ferdinand Ominiala. He was in my top four. He runs at 10.13. Jeremiah Azul wasn't in my top four. He was third, clocks a 10.17 seconds. Christian Coleman was fourth, 10.18 seconds. We also had Ron Watson in the event, and he was 10th. And he ran ninth, sorry, and he ran a 10.31 seconds. Let's see later. Boho was seventh, and he ran at 10.20 seconds. Now, for me, as I said, no surprise when it comes to Akane Simbine and where he plays. He is definitely the form athlete. Based on what I've been seeing so far, he's also the world leader. So again, well within expectations there. As it relates to the other athletes, I suppose for Ferdinand Omanyala, this is okay. Christian Coleman, I have very interesting thoughts when it comes to Christian Coleman. And as I said, I will have to do a standalone video when it comes to Christian Coleman. So I'll share my thoughts about what I've been witnessing in recent times with him in another video. But for now, I had him in top four. He finished top four, so I suppose that's okay. I am surprised that Let's See Little Boho finishing so much down the pack, and it's starting to give me a vibe where I'm actually a little concerned, and I'm going to tell you why I'm saying I'm concerned. Because a lot of people don't remember, but Let's See Little Boho has been going pretty much hard from 2021 as well. And if you remember in my preview video when I spoke about Sharika Jackson and her body just breaking down eventually, and it just happened in 2024 after going hard for so long, right? Year in, year out, there's literally a major championships. If it's not an Olympic Games, it's a World Championships. And it's the same thing for Let's See Little Boho. And if some of y'all forget, he was also competing as a junior in a few of those years as well. After going to the World Championships, I believe he still went to the World Junior Championships to compete for Botswana. So he's going to multiple championships in some of these years. So given what I've been seeing so far this season, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, probably he's just taking it easy since the year is, the actual World Championships is in September, right? But I do believe he still has to go to his trials and qualify, though he may not have any competition there to qualify. But I'm just wondering if, again, based on the performances that I'm seeing, if his body just needs a break at this particular point. And these are the early signs of his body telling him that, okay, I kind of am at the stage where I need some rest, right? So let me know your thoughts on that thought process in the comment section below. But I'm really, really surprised. Definitely seeing him down in seventh place with a 10.20 seconds. For Rohan Watson, the biggest struggle with me, of course, when it comes to him and competing is traveling, right? We all heard Stephen Francis say he doesn't travel well, and not really seeing much change. I did have some hopes after, watching him compete at the World Indoor Championships, but sadly, I'm not really seeing, much difference as of yet from an outdoor perspective. I'm hoping that as the season progresses and he competes more internationally, that will change. But for now, yeah, that's what happened in the men's 100 meters. So, all right, so Chuckies, let's jump over into the men's long jump. Now, this is where I did have Jamaica walking away with a win, but unfortunately, no win for Jamaica here in the men's long jump. So we had two athletes representing. We had Wayne Pinnock and also we had Tajay Gale, both of which finished fifth and eighth respectively. So Wayne Pinnock was fifth with a 8.06 seconds and 6 meters. So that is a 8.06 meters. And Tajay Gale was eighth with a 7.90 meters. Now, as far as I'm concerned, track is, first one in, not much to, complain about or gripe about. The athletes can literally just build from here. If this was later on in the season and we were getting, these performances, maybe I would be a little concerned. But for now, no. Sometimes, competition doesn't go as you expect it to go. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have off competitions as well. So it's just one of those things. And I'm just chalking it up as that. Nothing to really write home about when it comes to Wayne Pinnock. He's a very consistent young man. And if he jumps, 8.06 in a one-off competition here or there, okay, That's nothing to really grab about. Track is just one of those things. Taking the win though was Zhang from China, and he jumped at 18.18 meters. All right, so track is that is it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. We had two solid wins here. Danielle Williams turning up for a massive win. And also, we had Jordan Scott in the men's triple jump walking away with a win and also a new personal best. Keep your eye on him. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.